Greetings Internet, and welcome back for another Oxleymations. Well, sorry it's been a while since my last video, but with that convention and all, colossalcon 15, I've just been, kind of swamped. Not to mention directly after I come back from that awesome 4-day vacation, staying up till odd hours of the night, getting up at odd hours in the morning, I had to do a week of 12-hour shifts. Okay, no, it wasn't actually a week. My apologies. Monday was an 8-hour, Tuesday, Wednesday, 12 hours, Thursday, 8-hour, Friday, today, I didn't have any work because they're not doing overtime at the present, so I did my 40 hours for the week and I was free for the day, which is how I was actually able to get up the energy to make this video now. But anyways, I'm back from the con. It's been a week, and those first couple of days, they were so trying. If anyone else has actually been to a convention, and you're like, my public, I'm back with my people, and then you finally have to separate yourself from that and jump back into reality, and just that post-con depression. I don't know why this year, but it was really bad for me. I didn't want to do anything. I was just like, it's over. That was such a good convention. Why did it have to end so soon? But I'm over that now, for the most part. Anyways, so yeah, it was an awesome convention, and funny little story for you guys. Well, I think it's funny, but it was very annoying at the time. You see, I had everything planned, I was going to go to the convention, I was going to take lots of pictures, going to get a butt ton of video and stuff, have everything good to go. I bought myself a harness for my GoPro so you could actually, walk with me through the convention, had a chest harness, head harness, was all set to go, had all the batteries charged and whatever, had my SD card completely emptied that thing, so I'd have tons of room for footage. And then on the day that we were supposed to leave for the con, I left everything, all my camera stuff, including the one I'm using to record this video like I usually do. Hi camera. Left it all in this silly little Ziploc bag right over there on that table, no less than 10 feet from the door. I realized it about halfway there, and I was so mad at myself. But I'm better now. The other thing that really annoyed me is I had all my, my battery charger, all my rechargeable batteries and everything for my Neko Mimi ears, all in this bag over there on that table. Oh. So I had the harness and stuff for my GoPro, had the batteries for my Neko Mimi, had my camera, well, no, my apologies, had the harness for my GoPro, harnesses, had my Neko Mimi ears, and left everything else here. Luckily I remembered my cosplays, otherwise I'd have been really upset with myself. But enough of that. Again, I thought it was funny after the fact. So it was an awesome 4 days of convention. I got to see a whole bunch of stuff, and crud. I completely forgot one of the things I was going to show you guys. So hold that thought, I gotta run really quick to my room and get it. Just let Ren and Stimpy over here entertain you. I'll be back. And I'm back. Okay. Just set that there, ever so carefully. Okay, so yeah, I'm actually going to make a video using the pictures and the couple little videos that I was able to capture on my phone. So I'm just going to let you all know now, they're not going to be the best quality. I have like 4 videos. Anyway, I'm wasting too much time on this because I've got 15 minutes before the video here decides to chop off and start another one. So, focus, focus, focus. Think, think, think. Okay. First day of the con, everything was cool. We got there, we got everything set up, went up to the room, you know, got all our stuff set up. I got my cot and my bedroll and all that set out, and it was awesome. So then we go out into the convention floor. It's radical. And I'm so excited about talking about this, I can't think of one specific thing to talk about because the whole weekend was like a blur of awesome. I could very cheaply just go, okay, and while I'm thinking about that, I'll show you all the junk that I got. Now, speaking of junk that I got, y'all may have noticed that, you know, I'm wearing a rather interesting ensemble. Well, on the second to last day, Saturday evening, when most of the sellers were closing up in the dealer's room, I picked up a kigurumi. Now, for those of you who don't know, it's adult pajamas, basically. And, well, I'm wearing it right now. And this is going to be really silly to some of you and really weird, like, why did you get that one specifically? Well, I'll surprise y'all. Give me 1 second. I got a unicorn with the derpiest expression and the weirdest kind of mouth on it. But yes, I got myself a pink unicorn kigurumi because I'm trying desperately to break out of my shyness shell because it's pissing me off that I get so shy, pardon my language, around big groups of people. So I figured I'm gonna do the most ridiculous thing I can possibly do at this convention. So I bought this and I wore it from Saturday evening through Sunday, including, well, Sunday, the entire drive, the entire day, including the entire drive home from Sandusky to here. We even stopped at my roommate's girlfriend's parents' house, and God bless him for putting up with me wearing this. But, you know, he walks in, my other friend walks in, the girlfriend walks in, I step in the house, and everything just stops. The dad looks at me like, you know, gives me one of those looks like, is there something wrong with you? The mom's just like smiling, like, yay! Yeah, and at the time, you know, I had the hood down. No, come back here. I had the hood down, so the mom and dad thought I was wearing a rabbit thing. I was like, no, it's a unicorn. Pulled this up on my shoulder, and they're like, oh. So that was an interesting afternoon. It was, yeah. I had fun with it. We even went to, before we actually headed towards her parents' house to drop her off, we went to a buffet restaurant in public, and I wore this into the restaurant like I didn't give a darn. I'm trying so hard to keep this PG, but I keep slipping up with the language. But yeah, just 6 foot tall, weird, scrawny looking mother humper in a a onesie with a unicorn hood. I'm surprised I didn't get more looks than I did. And surprisingly, the place wasn't that full. But anyway, I'm rambling now. I'm the rambling unicorn man. So yeah, that was an interesting couple of days. Think. Oh, also on the last day of the convention, as you'll see in the video that I'm going to make, using the footage I have on my phone, they had an orchestra going on. It was playing like different tunes from anime, a couple from My Little Pony. Unfortunately, we didn't get to stay for the whole orchestra thing, because for one thing, when we were in the Otaku flea market, which is like the thing where a bunch of people bring in a bunch of junk, set up booths, and sell it on the last day of the convention, well, the last couple of days of the convention. When we were there, something went off with the fire alarms, so we wound up having to leave real quick because of my epileptic friend. Because there was, loud light, the bright lights and the loud, high-pitched weep, weep, weep type noise that they have. So we had to book it out of there pretty quickly. And when we finally got to come back into the building after they turned off all the sirens and all that nonsense, we got to catch a few minutes of this concert. And I caught 3 of the 5 songs that they were playing. I didn't get to capture any more than that because, again, we had to leave directly after that 3rd song. But yeah, I got to go to a lot of panels. Those were fun. One of them, cartoons that traumatized your childhood, was spot on, was absolutely on point with the clips they had. They even had they played the full episode a band episode from Tiny Toon Adventures 1 Beer, if y'all have heard of that one. And they had clips from Watership Down, Plague Dogs, Courage the Cowardly Dog, Powerpuff Girls, a bunch of creepy cool things. Oh, and they even had a couple clips from the Marvelous Misadventures of Flapjack. Those were a trip. Yeah, so I guess I won't get too into detail on that because I'll talk more about it in the other video. Because I'm going to have to do something to space out, still picture and still picture video clip with music. So now I will jump into the other stuff that I got at the convention. Probably going to have to speed through this because I've got about 8 minutes before the camera here decides to cut. So most of this I got on the last day of the convention. So here we go. There were some sellers selling a bunch of old video games like Sega Dreamcast, Nintendo 64, PlayStation, and the like. And I picked up these beauties from a seller: Claymates for the SNES and Kirby's Adventure for the Nintendo Entertainment System. I haven't tested either of them to see if they work yet, but I was able to get both of these for $30, and I thought that was a pretty good idea, or a pretty good deal. The guy wanted $23 for this one alone, but I was like, would you do $20? And he was like, if you buy something else with it, so that's why I picked up Claymates. They seem like pretty interesting games, but again, I don't know. I also picked up a high-frequency video game cleaning kit. Now, I had owned one of these at one point in time, but for some reason, I don't know what happened, I lost everything, and all I have left is the pink case that it came in, which currently houses, I think, Super Mario / Duck Hunt in my collection. Another seller had some interesting manga. Jim Henson's Return to the Labyrinth, the complete set. They had them for $2 a piece, and the guy was, trying to sell everything, so he just gave me an offer, or gave me a deal. I think these were $6 compared to the $8 that he was originally going to charge, because again, $2 a piece. That was a pretty good deal in my opinion. Another thing I picked up at one of the booths in the dealer's room was this beauty. Got myself a Gengar hat. Got the derpy floppy ears, got the spiky hair in the middle, of course those piercing red eyes, that means that shows he means business. I thought that was really cool. And now I have 2 Pokemon hats, Snorlax and Gengar. Another thing I picked up in the dealer's room was this adorable thing. Now, when I first found this thing, I had no idea what it was. I was just like, aww. You just have one of those, like, it's adorable, I must have it moments. I found out this thing is called a Poro, I think that's how it's pronounced, from the video game League of Legends. And he's just adorable with his derpy tongue and, little feet and horns, and just the whole thing is adorable. How could you say no to that face? It was a little expensive at $20, but what the heck, it's mine now. And now, I get to adorn my Meep, which is what I named him, with my hats. Just a moment. He's being disagreeable. Come on, Meep. Put it on. Ah. So now he gets to look like a derpy little badass. So there's Meep. Oh, no, get off the floor. You don't know where that floor has been. And then getting back to the otaku flea market, for $5 I picked up this huge toothless plushie. I saw this and I'm like, oh, that's so cool. And how could you not want that staring at you while you're sleeping? Yeah. I just thought that was really cool, and again, for $5, and it was just sitting in a box with a bunch of pillows. So I was like, mine. And another thing I picked up was this little bag of vintage Happy Meal stuff. There you go, 3.5 minutes. Alright. Now this was the whole reason why I grabbed the bag. I've been trying to get my hands on Cuddles the hamster from the Taco Bell Goosebumps Happy Meal toys. And the really cool thing about this guy is, other than the fact that, you know, he's that hamster that ate all the monster blood and, you know, it's got all this goo right here, you can turn him inside out. And that looks really cool in my opinion. He's also glow in the dark. Another thing that came included in this bag, and I should let y'all know that was only $1 for all this. We had some Pizza Hut Goosebumps glow and tell things, including Curly and the Scarecrow that Walks at Midnight, as well as these interesting things. They've got little blurbs of story that you're supposed to use in a game, I guess, to make up your own story. Like, here's one real quick. I've got a secret. Curly isn't afraid of anything except the creepy eyes of Dr. Glow. If you look into their shining light, you will discover Dr. Glow's horrible, hideous secret. He is really, then ... I thought that was really neat. And these last two I'm just going to show together because, honestly, I'm not really that huge into this stuff. Here we have an X-Men Evolution Rogue figure. Interesting thing about her is, back in the day when they gave these away at Burger King, they came with micro DVDs. So, yeah, I've got that now. I also got a 90s, what was this, Zobots Burger King toy. They came with Pogs. Y'all remember those? And, yeah, all that for $1. That was a really good deal in my opinion. On a couple of tables, they had stuff that was just sitting there with a little tag that said free. So I picked up this Luigi picture, which is apparently from the Nintendo Club, and a near mint copy of near mint 1985 copy of the New Mutants Sunspot versus the Gladiators to the death. Alright. Okay, real quick here to finish up before the camera switches over. I got a couple of animation cells from the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles cartoon series, the original Ninja Turtles series. First one is Michelangelo, which is stuck to a production sketch from the next scene, or the next frame, as well as Raphael, Leonardo, and some nerdy looking kid next to a giant dinosaur foot. This one came with a certificate of authenticity. Alright, so thank you all so much for watching. Cowabunga, and I'll see y'all in the next video. Peace.